What's up, guys? This is Drew Frogge from None to Nolan, and I'm with Music Hustlers presents Explain the Lyrics. Alright, so what you just heard was 6 in my system, why accept my worth? The 8-year-old me knew it since birth. I'd never surmount to much, grinding up my teeth, trying to forget your touch. So the premise behind that was all based on this idea that you're escaping a home that you created out of post-trauma or something that is like a negative space from previous circumstances. You're trying to uplift yourself, but you're immediately creating an initial form of hate. That's all I want to go home. I go home. Nothing I am. Say that frequency. You protect the identity, but you choose all that I could love. Alright, so this next verse is, I watched your soul leave this hole I was forced to call home. I grow hope, staring at the nothing I own. You can see this vacancy and perceive that I'm empty, but you used all I could lose. So standing upon that and building upon before, it's hard to support yourself and it's hard to realistically attach yourself to individuals while you're growing. It's a very negative space, and what I could realistically put it as is a lot of seeing a lot of good out of things that you naturally want to see, that you inherently believe in a more positive light. And you see those colors, you see those vibrant parts of these people go away. And that's kind of the hardest part about detaching yourself. It's the fact that you feel almost emotionally irresponsible for doing so, and you feel that you want to contribute, or this is your plateau of growth per se. And in you doing so, it's really hard to move on, but in a lot of ways, that's what you have to do. You have to adapt, you have to overcome, you have to do something in order to become better and improve. That's just how it'll always be. It's not allowing yourself to cave in. It's not a spiteful means, it's more so a reluctant one, but necessary. Alright, so what you just heard was pictures torn from frames, notes and letters over years. So explaining that, the hook, that was basically my perspective on what it's like to leave and to try and uplift yourself. I know it sounds a little weird and a little vague, but it's mostly pinpointing the notes that you leave behind, or the people that try to keep them keep themselves as a reminder to you while you're trying to grow. So the chorus is, stepped off this roof because I'm sick of this view. Not a home, just a house, and it's real. I truly did love you, but the rent's past due, and the real me is no longer your muse, as I rip your face from these frames and touch base with my distaste. So behind the chorus, that's more speaking upon my own personal experience. I've lived in a lot of different homes. I move all the time. But it's also the fact that I'm more or less trying to grow from the places that I see that rot out from before me previously. It's really hard to grow, and it truly is. It feels like your stay is overdone. You feel like you're unwelcomed. You feel like as you continue to grow, or as you find yourself in more questionable circumstances, as you try to shape yourself in a more positive light, that everywhere or every door that you turn to becomes almost more and more hostile, and for what you should stand for, that those people or those previous forms of company, those previous residents, tenants, family, whoever it might be, those are the people that you have to stand up to, and you feel like your portion of your rent is overpaid and done. So following the second chorus is the next piece, which is, you can take pride knowing that you took years of my life. Just know it only took me one day to take back what's mine. That's you actively choosing to take your own personal means of future. What you do, how you treat yourself as an individual. This is a matter of self-love, and that's probably one of the hardest parts of this entire process of growth, is that you establish your own means of reasoning, and upon you making your own boundaries to say that this is not where I'm going to waste my time anymore. I choose to improve. I choose to actively love myself and care about myself enough. And this last build up to breakdown is just, I'm not meant to live like this. This is where you meet the most hate. This is where you actively choose to take care of yourself, and this is where everyone believes that you need to be dragged down. This is not to say that they're trying to take advantage of you. There's no level of blame, but these people don't want to care about your growth. They want to see you right where you are.